Azam, Part 138. What, however, continued to be the dominant themes in India were Hindu-Muslim unity, representation for Muslims, and freedom. It is to these themes that we must attend first. A central tenet of Gandhi's political and social thought was Hindu-Muslim unity. Gandhi had grasped this better than any other congressman, with perhaps the exception of the Swarajists. That is why he had lent to support Khilafat agitation. Though attended by the great controversy and in retrospect both wrongly and destructively, he focused on the abolition of Khalifa only as a religious issue and had no hesitation in affirming that. Gandhi judged that by supporting Khilafat agitation, he would cement Hindu-Muslim unity, that this abolition had wounded the Muslim psyche. He was correct in his assessment, but he had not reckoned on the boat of crucial point. And that's what it has gone along. There were the beneficiaries of such a movement, and Muslims were certainly not the beneficiaries, they were the losers in fact. Gandhi and many of the other people had found a reason to be in the public, to rally and rather head the rallies. When the Muslims had provided all the support, all the cause, the leaders were simply the beneficiaries, and Gandhi was one of them. And the Khilafat agitation, in fact, has brought burden on the Muslims. And the Hindu-Muslim unity, when he abolished the movement, he abolished the Hindu-Muslim unity as well. The abolition had wounded the Muslim psyche. He was correct in his assessment, but had not taken on board a crucial point, that his abolition of Khalifa was a step taken centrally by the Turks themselves through a revolution led by Mustafa Kemal Pasha. And of course Gandhi knew all this, but he was overlooking the import of it in the hope that this salve of the spur to the Muslims on their emotional wound might perhaps bond them with Hindu against the British. It did do so, though, for a very short period, and tragically in time it resulted in the opposite consequences. From Hindu-Muslim unity to a dominion status was an obvious and the logical next step. Above all, this would prevent partitioning of the country, and when rather, if coordinated with the concept of Lucknow Pact 1916, of which Jinnah was himself leading proponent, fears of majoritarianism would also be significantly assuaged. On this question of the dominion status, of penetrating analysis of Lloyd Randolph and Suzanne Hobart Randolph in their perceptive essays entitled "The Road Not Taken Cannot Be Bettered," the first public clash between Gandhi and his political heir-to-be Jawaharlal Nehru occurred in December 1927 at Congress annual session in Madras. The issue that divided them was whether the Indian National Congress should keep dominion status as its political goal or abandon it and adopt a new goal. Complete independence, Purna Swaraj, Gandhi was for the dominion status, Nehru for the complete independence. The struggle went on for 2 years. It was resolved in 1929 at the annual session in Lahore, with Nehru's installation as President of the Indian National Congress and the Congress adoption of a complete independence as the national movement's political objective.